Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakat. Welcome to another lesson. We are looking at Tamarin, where we look at some of the questions that will help us understand the concepts in deeper, as we have read the passage in previous lesson and explained it. Now we need to see what are the main concepts that were raised in that passage. Ajib an as'ila al-atiya. We won't answer this because if you have any issues with this, you can just go back to the passage. They are very clear. Questions from number 1 and 2, they're directly coming from the passage. So I will look at question number 3, Ta'amal al-mithal al-atiya. So let's study. Ta'amali is to study. Ta'amali is to ponder. Al-Quran. Qara'at tulab Quran. I want you to look at Al-Quran. Here it becomes Al-Quran. What do you think it is? The moment you see an ism in a jumla fi'liya after the fi'lun, and it becomes mansubun, which we said mansubun is, when we say mansubun, we are looking at this. When we say marfu'un, we are looking at this, which is dhamma. So when the ism in a jumla fi'liya is called marfu'un, it is fa'ilun. And in most cases, when it is mansubun, it is maf'ulun bi. So here we've got the fa'ilun, the fi'lun, which is the verb itself. And the verb always constitutes the verb itself and the doer of the verb. But in some cases, the verb, you're not given, in a jumla fi'liya, you're not given the fa'ilun, it is hidden. But when it is not hidden like this, it becomes the fa'ilun. Then an ism that comes that is mansubun, it is maf'ulun bi. So this is the order, and this is how you might see in jumla fi'liya. Okay. Let's look at the other question, other example. Al-kahwat, which is coffee. Shariba adwaif al-kahwat. I'm looking at the ending, al-kahwata. Okay. Al-kahwata, in this case, it is maf'ulun bi. Okay. And what is this? Fa'ilun. So always it's fa'ilun with it's fa'ilun with dhamma, maf'ulun bi with fatha. Okay. Let's look at adaris. Kataba al-mudaris daris. You can clearly see what's happening here. So jumla fi'liya are the easiest of them all because they show us what is happening. The verb, the fa'ilun, maf'ulun bihi. I hope you understand this clearly, inshallah. Let's look at question number 4. Ayn al-fa'ilun ومفعول به في الجمل الآتية. ضع خطأ واحد تحت فاعل وخطين تحت المفعول به وأشكل آخر كل منهم. So what's the question saying? It's saying ainun. So ainun is to specify. You can say ainun. Ain is to specify. So we are going to specify the fa'ilun, the doer of the verb, and the maf'ulun bihi in all the sentence, the following sentence. And with dua is to put, if you say dua, put khatwan wahid. Khatwan is just like a line. Khatwan, like this. This is a line. Khatwan. So we are going to dua khatwan wahid, only one line, tahta, under, fa'ilun. So if it is a fa'ilun, we're going to put one line. That's fa'il. وخطين تحت المفعول به. So خطين means two. خطوة خطوة خطين. So we put مفعول به two like this. Okay. Now my lines are bad, but yeah, we put like this. مفعول به. So let's have a look at the الجمل, the sentences. Okay. All right. First one says كسر طفل القلم. So, okay, the question asked us also to put ashkil, so is to put the case ending. How does it end? Should we put fatah or should we put dhamma? So, kasara tiflu. So we put dhamma, al-kalama, put fatah. So this is how we end this. So you can be given in a normal reading situation, should be able to read kasara al-tiflu al-kalama. Why? Because you understand that if an isim that comes after the maf'ulun, after the fi'lun, is always marfu'un, and with this kind of verb, if the isms follow each other, the other one is maf'ulun bih. قصلت okay, قصلت آمنة المنديلة, because you know this is maf'ulun bih, and the file is already out, it's visible, it's not mustatir. Although ta here is showing us this is ta ta'nith, we call this ta ta'nith, ta or feminine, showing us this is feminine here. So I want you to go through all these questions, all these exercise. I think you've already managed to see where we are going, so I want you to have a look at that. Let's look at number 5. أكمل الجمل الآتية بكلمات مناسبة وأضبطها بشكل. So this is very easy. You're going to complete the following sentences with words that are suitable and put the case ending, whether it is marfu'un, there is some mansubun, you know where to put marfu'un when it is fa'il, and you know where to put mansubun when it is maf'ulun bih. So you just have to find a verb suitable, and we have done a lot of verbs above there. So man fataha, if it's becoming very, very hard, the answers are in the passage, and you must be able to do that. Man fataha, who opened the windows or the door? Man fataha baba al-fasl. Baba. So baba becomes maf'ulun bih. So fataha, it is fi'lun. And where's the fa'ilun? Always ask where's the fa'ilun when you get the fi'lun. Where's the fa'ilun? It is mustatirun taqdiruhu huwa. So I want you to go through all of this. Let's look at any examples. So you need a verb here. Yes, atajir dukan. So fataha atajiru dukan. So the businessman opened the shop. So all the verbs, we've done them in the passage and before. So you should select one that fits there. Dash tulab min fasl. خرج الطلاب من الفصل أو دخل أو so it's خرج is going out, so خرج الطلاب من الفصل. So it's very easy. So I want you to put, where is it? Do we put dhamma or fatah here? Do you put kasra or dhamma or fatah? Must able to do that. Some of the things we've already done that, and some of the it's general from book 1. Let's look at the next one, number 6. أجل كل من كلمات الآتية مفعول به وضبط الآخرة. Okay, so let's make all these all these words maf'ulun bih. And what do we do with maf'ulun bih? The first thing we know with maf'ulun bih, we change dhamma to fatah. Very easy. So if we say al-Qur'anu, what do we say if it is maf'ulun bih? Yes, al-Qur'an. So it means you have changed this into maf'ulun bih. So you can bring a verbal sentence and put al-Qur'an into maf'ulun bih. Can you do that? You can do that because this is a very easy exercise and it's very easy to understand. تعمل المثالين الآتية. So let's look. تعمل, remember, is to ponder. We are going to ponder on these ones. الطلاب ذهبوا إلى الملعب. Then ذهب الطلاب إلى الملعب. What happened here? Here, the first one is جملة الإسمية. Remember جملة الإسمية? These are nominal sentences. They always begin with a noun. And we can say al-tulab here is mubtada, marfu'un bidhamma. So it's mubtada. And where's the habarun? Habarun jumla fi'liya. Dhahabu. Dhahabu. Jumla fi'liya. Okay? But on second sentence, it starts with dhahaba atulab ila al-maliabi. What's happening here now? Dhahaba is now a jumla fi'liya. So we can change jumla ismiya into jumla fi'liya. And look at the change. When here it was habarun, we say dhahabu. But when it is jumla fi'liya, we say dhahaba. So all jumla fi'liya begins with singular mufrad, with the mufrad fi'l. So we say dhahaba. We don't say dhahabu. It's dhahaba atulab. And what atulab becomes? Here it was mubtada, and here it is? Yes, I can hear you. It is fa'ilun. That's how it works. So in jumla fi'liya, it becomes fa'ilun, dhahaba atulabu, dhamma. Although it is dhamma, again it's dhamma because it is mubtada. Let's look at a second scenario. At-talibatu dhahabna ila al-maktabat. Here it is a jumla ismiyah because it starts with a noun. At-talibat. At-talibat is marfu'un bidhamma. And dhahabna here, it is fa'ilun, habarun fa'il, jumla fi'liya, habarun. It refers to jamu mu'annath. But let's look here. When it comes back here, it becomes dhahabt. Why dhahabt? This remember we said when jumla fi'liya, it must be singular. The fi'lun must be singular, in singular form. And we put ta to distinguish the singular for masculine and the singular for mu'annath. In this case, we are dealing with a group of mu'annath. So we can't say dhahaba because we are referring to group of feminine. So we put a ta, we call this ta ta'anith, to distinguish the gender. So we say dhahabt talibatu. Why talibatu? Because talibatu is changed from a mubtada into fa'ilun because it's now under jumla fi'liya. So I hope you understand this. Let's look at this. قدم الفعل. قدم الفعل في الجملة الآتية كما هو موضوع المثال. So we are going to look at the one example, and we just repeat what is happening there. We are going to place as it is. So we're going to exchange the fi'lun. Okay, let's look at this one. We are going to change the jumla ismiya into jumla fi'liya, as we have done above. But we have been given an example, number one. Al-awlad شربوا القهوة. So the sons or the children drank coffee. شربوا. But let's look at جملة فعلية now. شرب الولد القهوة. But here it was الولد الولد شربوا القهوة. So I want you to put the ending of it. It shows your understanding of مفعول به, الفاعل, and فعل. So I want you to go through all these. They're very easy. Change them from Jumla state into the other Jumla state. تعمل المثال. Okay. Let's study these ones. خرج الطلاب وذهبوا. قرأ الطلاب وكتبوا. أكل الناس وشربوا. Look at what's happening. It starts as a Jumla fi'liya, and we said when you're starting with a Jumla fi'liya, always singular. But here now, it's no longer starting. This is a conjunction. It's referring to something. Ataf. Ataf. In Ma'atuf here, Ataf, or the reference that is joined here, is referring to Atulab. So we said Dahabu. It's not starting a new sentence, but it's a continuation of the sentence. Jumla fi'liya. So we say Haraja wa. When you put wa, we refer to the fa'il. In this case, tulab, which is dahabu. We can't say wa dahaba because the fa'ilun is telling us this is jam. So wa dahabu. Okay. This is the same. All right. Let's look at how we can use this. كون جمل المثال. هذه المستعمل الفعلين وردين في كل تمارين مستعملين بكلمات التي بين القوسين. All right. So we're going to change according to the examples that we have seen above. Let's do the same here. دخل وجلس. دخل, we are going to دخل الطلاب في فصل وجلسوا. So we are going to make sentences here, جملة فعلية, and with the mindset that we have built in previous example, we are going to create our own sentences. They are كون, create. So we're going to create our own sentences. كون جملا. So we're creating كون, to create كون these sentences according to the understanding of the above. So I want you to do this. It's in a very simple exercise. Right. كون الجمل المستعمل الكلمات الآتي. Now you're going to create sentences out of these verbs. I don't think we need to do this because you already know these verbs. أكل, غسل, قرأ, كتب, ضرب, قتل, دخل. All these verbs, we've already mentioned them, and they are very easy. You must make jumla fi'liya, or you can make just jumla ismiya, but with a khabarun jumla fi'liya. تعمل ممايات. من فتح الباب. من فتح الباب. أنا فتحته. Look at that. أنا فتحته. We have two attachments, three attachments. فتح, فتحت. So if you are the one who opened this, فتحت. But this ha attached, it becomes مفعول به. I think we have seen that in the passage previously. So فتحته is an affirmation that they are. The fi'lun is fataha. The ta is damirun fa'ilun, which is referring to ana, and the who is maf'ulun bihi, which is in mansubun case. Man fataha nafidha. Who opened the windows? Ana fatahtuha. The difference with now Fatahtuhu is because what we are referring bab is masculine and nafida is mu'annath. So that's why we use ha, because it's here. We say a nafida, here nafida. Here a nawafida, sorry. Here a nawafida, but we can say huwa bab. Okay, so that's why we use ha, hu here, and ha in this case. Okay, the new words, I want you to get used to use a dictionary, al-kalimat al-jadida. You must look at this in dictionary, but we've already mentioned them in the passage, so I won't be going through all of them, but you can, if you have challenges in any of the words that you're meeting here as new words, please, you can use the dictionary. It's very easy. Right, in next lesson, we're going to look at Dars Sadis. Dars Sadis. So, Jazakallah khairan, alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.